Alright, I'm back. This time we got another beer from Nollins that my wife brought me. This one looks like it's from Gnarly Barley Brewing, and it's Juicifer IPA. Let's see if they have anything. All hail this juicy IPA. 6% down there in the bottom. And nothing else. So let's crack into it. Okay, definitely juicy. There's a little bit of citrus going on. It's not like super bright or piney or resinous. It's more on the juicy, fruity side with just a little bit of citrus. Not bad. It's a fairly good hair of the dog beer. I was drinking last night with my buddy my buddy and my brother. And we had some cigars, and then we had some barrel-aged beers and some rye whiskey. So, good shit. It was Willet Rye and Michter's as well. And then we had some Ale Song as well as Freem as far as beers go. It was a good night. And hopefully this is going to be a good shave because we are using the best fougere ever created. Better than Fougere Angelique by spades. No, I'm just fucking with you, Mac. But this stuff is fucking phenomenal. It's at least equivalent with Fougere Angelique. This stuff, I love Fougere Luxe from Purely Skinful. There's no way I was not gonna fucking bust out Fougere Luxe for Fern Boi Squad week. And we're almost wrapping it up. We got one more day. But Saturday, I usually use some of my, more classy stuff. But this is a themed week, but I was able to work it both in. Got it already lathered up. Did that off cam. Sorry and shit if you don't like it. This is the beef tallow, since Purely Skinful has multiple bases. This is the beef tallow. You can see the description right there. I have used it on the channel before. We're going to use the Menth dealer. That's right. The Ice Saber is making a reappearance. Wow, I really just fucked that up. I had my my brush and the Ice Saber in the same hand. I was trying to set down the brush so that I could add some menthol into this lather, and they just kind of fell together. So there we go. We got a nice helping of some Menth to hold us over and maybe subside some of those withdrawals that we've been having. And let's just get that nice and incorporated into the lather there. I'm a big fan of Purely Skinful stuff, so that should come as no surprise that this is one of my favorite artisans. Alright, let's get some water on the face and actually attempt to shave some minutes off of our average video time instead of just filling the void with more senseless talking. So how's it going, guys? I didn't do a video last night because I had company, like I said. But we're going to make up for it today with a soap that is of the quality of 2 soaps combined. It is really good shit. Big fan of Purely Skinful. I'm using my Lancaster Razorworks brush that was gifted to me by Andre. And this is the one that I call Death, the 4th horseman of the apocalypse. That arrived on a pale horse. And so it's often depicted as a pale green. And so that's why we got the pale green with kind of black, and it's kind of a long and skinny silhouette, like you would see like the Grim Reaper or Death often depicted as kind of a slender and shadowy figure with like a black cloak. So Andre just fucking nailed it. I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to. He fucking nailed the concept, and I couldn't be more appreciative for this fucking brush. Definitely gonna be hard pressed to get another brush in my den that I have more sentimental attachment to, and even sentiment aside, gonna be hard pressed to find a brush that I find more badass than this one. Like, it has the flutes on the top, it has the flutes on the bottom, which flutes on top is just something that doesn't happen regardless. Doesn't happen. I've never seen it on another brush, so it's definitely one of a kind in that regard. I got the Jobo here, the mini Henckels, as I like to call it. See the Henckels right there, hopefully. On my side, it's struggling to focus, but hopefully you could see that. There it is. This one was gifted to me by Marion the Barbarian. As you can see, it's smaller than my finger. This is about a 4/8, maybe smaller. It does have a nice tail, though. Really easy to get a hold of that tail. Let's get into this. I got some nice cooling on the face. And that is just sharp as fuck. I mean, tuggy, but sharp as fuck. A little bit tuggy, but just really sharp. Kind of a little bit of a weird stroke pattern right there going over to the side. Of course, I'm only joking about the sharp but tuggy. That was trademarked and coined by the dude of shaving when he was using a So Sharp David's edge. He made the remarks that the edge was sharp but tuggy, which was immediately picked apart by the comment section as being contradictory. And pretty much par for the course for the dude of shaving. Okay, yeah, we're definitely cutting. One thing about the beard, though, that I kind of fucking hate is that when I'm kind of lining up the sides right there, I will get the kind of tail and sometimes even the fucking pins all the way mashed into my beard. We know that's not a good thing, but kind of I gotta do what I gotta do. I always try my best to dry it off immediately and dry it completely after the shave. Make no mistake, this 4/8 or just under 4/8 mini blade cuts just fine. Very well indeed. And the size has nothing to do with the sharpness of the edge. And actually, in the grand scheme of things, as a bearded wet shaver, it's actually beneficial how small and nimble and maneuverable this blade is, because I can get it into places and kind of really define those lines easier because it's so small. I can just work it into places easier, you know? It's as simple as that. Oh, actually, better go with the grain. Probably a good idea on the first pass. Alright, so that was a pretty fucking smooth first pass. Just the way we like it. I'll set that to the side. I'm just gonna get some water on my hands and kind of redisperse that lather a little bit. As per usual, the lather that my beard traps in is plenty enough to do another pass, but we're gonna fucking use this bowl of lather that we have regardless over on the side here. The chill is just kind of low to medium. I mean, it's in that entry level chill. Enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Still got plenty of lather for multiple passes. I'm just going to kind of try to work it all to one side, and then I usually just kind of scoop it like that. You can see this has some nice density. It's just hanging there. It's not going anywhere. Now, some people might say that's underhydrated, but that would be for their preferences. Because for me, this is perfect right here. You know, some people like that Stallion trademarked Baloop, where it kind of is so hydrated it slowly pulls apart. You know, the weight of the lather will slowly fall off your blade, or if it was in that situation like I just displayed, it would have fell off as well. But this, the way that I have it right here, is ideal for me. Could it take more water? Hell yeah, it could. Does it need more water? Not for me. Not for me. I don't know about y'all, but that looks good to me. You know what I mean? I mean, could definitely add more water. There's no doubt in my mind. But do I need it? No, I don't. And it's a straight razor shave at that. Holy fuck. Can you imagine having a dried out lather for a straight razor shave? But I wouldn't call this a dry lather. I would just say it's not hydrated to its, you know, actual maximum tolerance. But it's just fine right where it's at. Let's get this against the grain popping after a word from our sponsors. All right. Let's see if I remember how to do this. That is just nice. There we go. And we just fucking flip it around just like that. And now we're going against the grain. This mini Henckels is the shit. Like, and you know what? If it was up to me to buy a little shorty razor like this, it would have been so low on my list that it might have never happened. Buying like a 4/8 or just under. It may have never happened if I was left, you know, to like my own buying decisions. You can see that lather right there. Looks good to me. I don't know about y'all. But I was actually gifted this from Marion The Barbarian. Good dude. You guys should definitely check out his channel. And I couldn't be happier. Like, he sent it to me to try, along with probably the largest razor I've ever used. So he sent me the smallest razor I've ever used and the largest razor I've ever used just to try, not to keep. And I liked them both. But he said keep the little one. He's like, I think that one will do really well for your beard shaping, and he wasn't wrong. He was dead on. And I couldn't be more thankful for that, because this little mini Henckels is a fucking badass little shaver. Really maneuverable. I mean, it's lightweight. Does no, I don't have like some monster 8/8, 9/8, 10/8 wedgy as fuck razor with equally huge resin scales. But if I did, I could imagine the heft of it might take a toll throughout the course of a shave, especially if you're a 3-pass shaver. Maybe it would get a little cumbersome at some point. This guy's so fucking lightweight that it's not even a factor. Like, it's not even a factor. Not that, the weight of a razor is such, a big deal, because it's really not, but this isn't even, it's not even a factor with that one. It's so light. Okay, let's get this off the face, and we'll get into this post-shave. So, just pretty much everything about it. I like having a square point because you can kind of get that point right into certain nooks and crannies really easily. I like square points more than round points. I pretty much don't like round points that much. I mean, if the razor is beautiful and it has a round point, it won't stop me from buying it. But if I had my choice, I'd pretty much buy French point first, and then maybe the square point second. Well, I guess I shouldn't say square point second, but it seems like round points and square points are the most prominent. And so if I had to choose between a round point or a square point, I would choose the square point all day long. I think it's just more useful. Whew. But as far as like aesthetically and equally as useful, the French point is probably my favorite. All right, got the Lancaster fresh out of the wash at its peak fluffiness. These Lancaster products are just a staple of my shaving game. The shaving bowl, my shaving brushes that have my favorite badger knots still to this day, and then these shaving towels that just add a little bit of added luxury to the shave, which I appreciate. Got the matching aftershave splash here. I've also showed this on the channel before, so we don't got to go into it. Has a industry standard high quality restrictor on it. The aftershave is a witch hazel and aloe based aftershave It also has other things. And this is one of my favorite aftershave splashes, if not my favorite. Get a little bit more. I'll probably put some up on my forehead. I'm a little bit dehydrated today because of the excessive beer and whiskey tasting last night. Call it tasting because it's fancy. Okay. Well, maybe just a little bit more. I really wish you would come out with an EDT because this stuff is fucking fantastic. I would rock an EDT of this fucking all year long. Very nice. There we go. We did the Mac Shaves triple dip. And that'll do it for us. Thank you guys for joining me for another fucking fantastic shave. I hope you have a good weekend. And thank you guys for all the support. I really appreciate it. Get in on Fern Boi Squad week before this shit ends. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cue the cool outro music.